Okay, as per request, I'm going to do a video on inverted auto rotations. I'm not going to hit on regular auto rotations. I'm not going to emphasize that. I'm basically expecting in this video that you can already do upright auto rotation. And I'm just going to show some of the transitions and basically how you'd go about starting or doing your first one, and then the different things you can do with them. Before I get into the auto rotations, one thing I'm going to say, for those of you flying electrics, if you have a Castle Creations, this thing's noisy, it's very good to have an auto bailout. So I'm going to flip my throttle hold right here and flip it back off. You see the motor comes on pretty quickly again. That can be very beneficial, I guess, when you're first learning and you're doing them up high. If you botch it, having the Castle auto bailout set up is, I never used it much, just recently set it up, but that would be very helpful. So I'm not going to go into how to set that up either, but it is a function in the Castle. You just enable it and reset your limits pretty much. So doing inverted autos, it's very nice to have some wind. 10-mile-an-hour wind makes these much better. As you can see right now, I don't have any. It's just dead calm. But with a helicopter this size, it'll do fine anyway. So first thing, obviously, get a lot of altitude. Now I'm at a disadvantage shooting this video here. I'm using a GoPro, which, as several of you know, it does not have any zoom and it has a very wide angle lens, so it's probably going to be hard to see for many of you. But starting an auto, basically you're going to want, while you still have power, bring it up, and away from you, probably a 60-degree angle or so away from yourself. Get some speed towards you and then give positive so it's coming down pretty quick. Then pull your throttle hold, and an aileron rotation just like that is hold on, right with this thing. An aileron rotation is basically, as you go in, I'm going to use hand here as a reference. You're coming down inverted, and when you go to flip, you're still going to have positive pitch. You have positive pitch all the way to the point where you're perpendicular to the ground. At that point, you're going to be zero. But when you start to flip, you're actually going to give it more positive than you have been in the auto, like up until that point. So if you're doing an aileron roll and you're doing it up high, I'm not talking about doing one low at this point, you're going to keep your angle of attack to where the helicopter's probably 10 degrees down still, so you keep your forward speed, which is very important, and you're going to give more negative to where it'll drop until you're at perpendicular, and then you're going to go back and you're going to be giving negative collective from there and give it more and more, and watch the helicopter to make sure it keeps coming straight down. If you're pushing it off to one side, you're giving it too much. So I'm going to shoot another one like that, and hopefully you can see what's going on here. So again, I'm just getting a ton of altitude, and I'm going to rock it over to give myself quite a bit of forward speed. And I'm coming down, I give a lot of positive, roll out, and there it is. And I said a lot of positive, that was right when I decided to first roll. So the positive just keeps it going down, and it lets it to where you're not stopping your inertia that you've got going down. You want to keep the helicopter going in a straight line. If you slow it down a lot or whatever, you're just wasting energy. So I'm going to shoot one more like that. I'm not going to shoot too many. You can just stop the video and go back if you want to see it again. But I'll do one more just to make sure I've got it come out right. So you're coming down, lots of positive, then negative, and you got it. So that's how you do a standard, like a high rolling auto. that was what I started with. It's the first inverted auto I ever attempted. In my opinion, it's the easiest because in a flipping auto, a flipping inverted auto, you stop the helicopter pretty much. It's a lot harder to keep your momentum going. When you're doing that, like I say, if you're coming down inverted and you're coming down nose it in, when you go to give, you always flip away from the direction you're going. Flipping, like if you're going inverted forward and you try to give back elevator to push it over, you'll kill your head speed. I mean, trying to do one like that, it can be done, but it is very difficult. So that does not work well. You always flip away from yourself, and I'm going to go and do a quick demonstration on that. Okay, so what is it? I'm just taking it up. And again, you always start out up high. And this is a point where the bailout, you know, again, is really good. Give positive, not a whole lot, but enough to where the helicopter continues coming down. You don't want to actually stop the machine when you're doing one high. And you definitely don't want to give any negative pitch, because if you give negative pitch, it's just going to stop it or shoot it straight up, and at which point you're not going to have any energy left anywhere, either just raw inertia or blade inertia. So I'm going to shoot another one up high, a pushover. We call that just a flip or a pushover auto. Again, this is very easy, and you can do it tail in or nose in. I prefer nose in. That's just up to you. So come in, keep it coming, yep, and just flare at the end, just like any normal auto rotation. So you get positive all the way until you get it flipped over, at which point, you know, you just go into your negative. Just look at the way the air is going across the disc. And from there, we can start doing them lower. Technique is a little different. If I come in to do an inverted flip auto, which is probably the most common for doing them low, you want to have a lot of head speed. A whole lot of head speed. And when you come down at the end, so lots of pitch up here and a little bit negative, and it speeds it up. And basically what I did was I got the helicopter moving really fast inverted with, you know, just guessing here, 6-7 degrees of pitch. It's moving out, all right? And it was coming down really fast. The blades at this point are not going that fast. When I decide to flip, I'll push the forward elevator a little bit because it's coming nose at me. Forward elevator, so it comes up, and at that point I'll give it probably, it's still positive pitch, so probably 1 or 2 degrees, which is enough to keep it coming, but it's going to slow down the helicopter, and slowing down the helicopter, still with positive pitch, it's going to put all that energy into spinning up the blades. So the blades accelerate a lot, which gives me the energy I need to go through the flip. And I'll do another one here so you can kind of see that effect again. So again, I'm going to be coming down really fast. And this is just the easiest way to do it. You can come down slower and everything later, but I think you could hear the blades speed up right there at the end. When you just give a little negative, it just skyrockets through on the RPM. So that's what you want. That's what's going to let you have the hang time at the bottom. As far as aileron rolls, you can do them, like, if you're doing them lower, you always come by, let's see, I'm going to have to bring this thing back over here for kind of a reference to give you what I mean. You're coming down, and I can only hold it for a second, but you're coming down in an angle, say, like right there. Alright, so, you know, you're always leaned forward, and, but when you go to flip, be inverted just to be more specific. So when you go to flip, you're coming down, lean this way, but right as you flip, you want to lean the other way. To where I'll give a little speed and come in under power just to try to show this effect. When I lean that way and I flip over, I don't lose any altitude. You just give a tiny bit of more negative and pretty much just let it roll. Again, when it's at 90 degrees perpendicular, You want to be at 0 pitch. That's very important. And just having that little forward speed and incline just makes it to where it doesn't use any energy to keep the helicopter going in one line. Now, this is one of my least favorite ones, but I'll give it a shot here and try to show the effect. And the reason you do it differently here is because you are at the bottom and you are trying to conserve your head speed. So I come down low, flip it over, and basically this one actually does not use nearly as much head speed or energy as a pushover. It's real gentle, I guess, and it's easier to conserve your head speed. So I'm going to do another one. Again, you can push it as low as you want, but I recommend either doing your flip a good 100 feet in the air or doing it less than 15 feet. If you do it, say, at 20 or 30 feet you flip, you're not going to be able to recover. Trying to keep it going down, I mean, I say you're not going to be able to, you could, but it will be much harder. So doing it low makes it to where it doesn't have to just fall a long way. So I'm going to come in, do another one, and that's it. Not much to it. It's just a gentle roll. As you come down inverted, you're going to give a little bit of positive pitch. You want to give positive pitches when you incline it, and this is before you start to roll. You come in, you prepare inverted, nose forward, all right, and you decide to roll. So again, you give it up elevator, which is going to push the nose up, and you give positive at the same time. You don't want the helicopter to actually go up, which is what it'll do if you do not give more positive pitch. So, and that positive pitch is it's gonna accelerate the blades, and it's gonna slow down the helicopter because you're on an incline. And you want to keep it going at a steady altitude at that point, and then as you roll it, just go to 0, and then, you know, back positive as necessary to keep it going in a straight line. So that's pretty much all the auto rotations. You can mix it up, make it more exciting. I mean, you can incorporate rolls and flips into it. Again, I'm not sure if you're even gonna be able to see this, but I'll do a few rolls. You come down, inverted, power off. There's a roll, there's another roll. I'm gonna come in, do a flip. You can sit there in a pyro, and I don't know, just whatever the heck you want to do. But I think I covered the basics pretty well. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any requests for other maneuvers you want to see, I'll be glad to do it. I'm enjoying doing this. I think I get asked these questions all the time, and I feel that it'll just be a lot more helpful for people having it in a video where everybody can see it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and see you guys next time.